Hi, it's Simon here, and in this video I want to tell you about an exciting new release we've got set for today. In a previous release, you already got familiar with the new people, company, and deal pages when you're looking at just one of them. Now we're going to get you into a new way of operating, a faster way of operating when you're dealing with many. So when you're looking at all of your people and doing some searching or sending a bulk email, when you're looking at all of your companies to figure out where they are situated and where most of your clients are, or you're looking at all of your deals and looking at the stats and seeing what's the profit, how much have you won in a particular period. You do all of that from these three new pages. So let's jump into the people page first. We'll show you what's different, but also a couple of the new things. So to get to these pages, top left menu, and I'm going to choose people first. Now if you take a second to have a look at everything, not much has changed from where things are, but things have definitely gotten a lot faster and a little bit less complicated. Down the left hand side we still have our search, and you can use things like name, groups, address, contact number, referred by or source, and also the job or position of the contact. Now I'll just go back one by one, we'll do some searching and you can see how it actually works. First one, nice and common, you'd all be familiar with this by now, and that's the searching by name. Type any part of somebody's name and you'll get the results coming back. Next we have groups and labels. So these are your customers, your new leads, your work in progress, your industry types, the types of products that they've bought from you. We can put one or many, so I'm going to put in my customers, and that will give me a list of anyone in my database that's actually a customer. In this case I've got 9. Now let's say I wanted to also add in anyone who's a new lead. So I can type in my new lead, and now that's been updated to 13. Now, rather than having both my customers and my new leads, I want to make sure that it's just people that have both of these tags. Now you might use this for different reasons, but these are just two examples. So this is going to give me a list of my customers, but also people that I'm having a new sales conversation with because they have the new lead tag applied. To do that, all I need to do is click this little button that says all, and that will make sure that both of those tags are actually applied to the contact list. Next one down the page we have address. Now previously you had to do this with 3 different boxes. You had the suburb, you had the state, you had the postcode. Now it's just one. Nice and simple, type any part of the address, including the country, including the street, and you'll get your results back. So if I was to type Sydney, I get my 4. If I was to type Queensland, I'll get 1. If I was to type a country, I'll get anyone from, in this case, Australia or the States. Next one down we have contact number. Now previously you had 2 fields for this, one for phone number, one for mobile. Now you just type in the one field and you'll get results for both. So this will tell me anyone that's got the numbers 671 in any of their phone numbers. Really handy when you get a missed call from someone but no voicemail and no message. It allows you to go and look up the contact record first before you pick up the phone and call back, so that you know at least the context of the call, and especially useful if that's a 6-month-old lead that's finally getting back to you. Next one down we have source or referred by. So these are things like your Facebook, LinkedIn, people who have come from networking events or conferences. In the back of your Ninjodo account, you can control where people are coming from so that you can measure the effectiveness of your marketing. You can also be having people that are referred by another contact. For example, you might have someone that refers a lot of business to you, and this is going to allow you to see who's come from those different channels. So let's say you do a lot of LinkedIn networking. We can say, show me anyone that comes from LinkedIn. In this case, I've got one person that I've put in my database that's come from my activity on LinkedIn. You might have, say, a lot of Facebook advertising, in which case we can look for that. And like I said before, you might have someone that refers a lot of business to you, and we want to see, show me anyone that's been referred to me by, in this case, Clark Kent, and we've got 3. So great way for you to do a little bit of analysis on your database, on your contacts, and see where things are happening, where you're being successful, where you might want to redivert your efforts. And last but not least, we have job or position. So if you want to bring up all of the directors in your account and send off a particular email or an invite to an event, that's a great field for you to use that. Now, what's changed that was a little bit different from before? Along the top of the screen, you can now see how many records you're looking at, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50. You can also change the sorting of those records. So by default, we're looking at name first, that's alphabetical, but you may want to see who's come into your account in the last 30 days to perhaps go and tidy up and add some more contact numbers and things like that. So to do that, all I need to do is click on recently added and it will give me the newest people at the top. I can also do recently updated if we're doing a lot of sales activity and I want to see who I'm talking to more recently as well. So clicking on that, the list will update and I can see, okay, these are the people I'm having conversations with, I'm putting in the database, I'm creating deals. Just gives you the flexibility to look at things a few different ways depending on what you're trying to do. Over on the right hand side, you still have your ability to flick through the pages of records, but now we have an option for actions on this page and it's a consolidated menu from what you would have seen before. So actions is going to allow you to see anything that you can actually do from this page. So I'll click on actions and we can send a bulk email, we can export a mailing list, we can do importing from various sources, and we can also delete some people. So let's say we wanted to go through the example of sending a bulk email. Firstly, I want to get the people on my screen that I want to send the email to. So I'll look for whatever search method, could be your customers, could be a particular group of people. I've got my list. I'll click on actions, send bulk email, and that gives me some new options here on the page that weren't there previously. You can see there's an action button here on the right hand side to actually send the email. It's telling me how many people I've selected, and it gives me the option to select individually or select all of the records showing and then even unselect a few as well. So in this example, I want to send a bulk email to these two people. You do need at least two to send a bulk email, otherwise it's just treated as a regular email send. Once I'm ready, I've selected my records, I want to click compose bulk email, and you get your action panel from the right pop open in exactly the same way that you send a regular email. But this time, it's not showing you who it's being sent to because you've already selected, and we're going to send an individual email to each of these people. You can still control everything that you could with a normal email, including email templates. And one thing that will be slightly different here, when you are sending a bulk email, you won't see the mail merge fields applied in this window. And that's because there's multiple people going to receive this email. We don't want to put hi John in the first box that gets sent to everyone. So these all get handled during the send. So once you're ready, you've got hi, person first name, everything looks great. Just click on send email. That fires everything off to the queue and you'll get notified in your notifications or in your bottom right pop-ups that the email has been successfully sent and how many people have received it. So that's how we handle bulk emailing, and there you can see down the bottom right we actually have our two emails that were successfully sent off, so I can dismiss that. I know it's happened. So next item in the action menu is the ability to export a mailing list. If you're sending campaigns or newsletters out to your customers or perhaps a marketing list, you might want to be exporting from Ninjodo frequently and updating that list so that you're getting everybody over there. So let's say you wanted to go and get all of your customers and export that list to use in your next campaign. Now that we've got our search done, I've got my 9 customers showing, I'll now click on actions and choose export mailing list. We get our new action menu here, so download for the CSV file. Currently no records have been selected, and now we can choose which records we actually want to download. So in this case, I want all of my customers. I'll click select all. Everybody's selected. We have 9 in total. Great. And now click download now. And straight away, records are available. Save it to your computer and you're ready to go. Nice and simple. Lastly, we have the option of deleting records. If you do get a little bit of junk accumulating in your account and you want to tidy a few things up, or you've made a couple of mistakes, what we can do is look for those records here and then choose to delete them. So I'm just going to grab a record that I want to get rid of. I've got a couple of duplicates. These are old ones. The email address has changed. I don't need to use these records anymore. I'll choose actions, delete some people, pick my 2 records that I want to delete, and finally click delete now. The first click on a delete now button, you're going to get this confirmation. When you delete records, you can't get them back, so we want to make sure you are not doing this by mistake. So simply read the alert, You will not be able to undo this delete. Click on the delete now button again, and that will confirm you really want to delete things. So second click, and we're all done. So that's it for the new people page. Let's go over and have a look at the companies page. So again, to my menu in the top left, I choose companies. And here we have a very similar screen to the people page. What we're trying to do is consolidate things, make it very familiar. We have our options of search down the left-hand side. You've got name, we've got groups and labels, we have addresses, and we have contact numbers. If there are other things that you want to search on your companies by, let us know by clicking down here on the question mark in the bottom right and submitting a ticket through to the help desk. Let us know how you want to be able to find your records. Along the top of the page, we have our abilities to sort, and right hand side we have our abilities to change the pages, and finally our actions button for deleting or importing. So nothing too much has changed here with the companies. It's very similar to the people page. Now let's jump in and have a look at the deals. So again, to my top left menu, I choose deals. And here we have our new deals page. So very similar again to the people and companies, but in this case we have our stat boxes along the top. One of those has changed. If we look over to the right hand side, we now have a box that is tracking the profit on any of the records that are showing beneath it. So by default, at first you'll be looking at any deal you've won and the profit for those deals. So in total, in my Ninjodo account, I have 10 deals that have given me a profit of $89,350. As I search using the left search menu, that box will continue to update so I can see exactly what the profit is on the records that I'm looking at. So if we look at the different search menu options, we have name, we have the company associated with the deal, we have the primary contact associated with the deal. We can also bring up by the status of the deal, so give me anything that we've won. In this case, we've got 10. Give me anything that we've lost. We might want to see what's going wrong. Fantastic, we haven't lost any deals yet. Let's have a look at everything that's sitting in our pipeline. Excellent, we've got 2 deals in the pipeline, and you can see our pipeline box over here, but also our profit box is matching. Next we have start and due date. So if you wanted to bring up any sales from the month of January, you can simply click on the start date, choose the 1st of Jan, and that will give you all sales that have been created since January 1st, 2017. If we wanted to go back another month, we could go back to say December. We can see that we've had 2 deals come across the line worth a total of $22,000. Fantastic. Next one down we have team member. So this is to do with the staff in your business. If you want to see who's involved with different sales or who's working on different projects, you can choose them in here. And last but definitely not least, this is a new option that previously wasn't available on this page, allowing you to find out how much business has been generated from your different marketing channels or your referral sources. So previously we were looking at Facebook, LinkedIn, and even referrals from Clark Kent. So let's now have a look at not just the contacts that have come back from Clark, but the actual business that's been generated from all of Clark's referrals. So we choose Clark in here, and we can see we've had a total of 4 deals won, 1 still in the pipeline, but that comes to a total of $52,800, all coming from 1 referral source. You can start to see how powerful that can be in your analysis to see who you need to be going and thanking, but also what type of activities and other partners out there you might want to start building more of. So that's a look at our 3 new pages. The release will come sometime today. You may be watching this before or after that happens. If you've got any questions at all, come down to the bottom right, click on the question mark, and search or contact the help desk. We're here to help. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, let us know in the same spot. All right, have a great day and speak to you next time.